County Town session, Honorable Mayor Tom Moss presiding. Please remove all hats, turn all cell phones and papers off, please, and thank you.
All right, please remain standing. We will have our prayer and our pledge. Commissioner Wings, would you please lead us in prayer?
Please bow. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you've given us and for this opportunity to come together and conduct the county's business. Please give us the wisdom and strength to do so with compassion, kindness, and accuracy. These words we ask in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Commissioner Butler, would you please lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May be seated, please. All right, County Commission will be in order, please. All right, we will have our roll call, if you would, please, Madam Clerk.
Bale,
Here.
Buffer,
Here.
DeBerry,
Here.
Gatlin,
Here.
Gillum,
Here.
Grantham,
Here.
Hensley,
Here.
Jenkins,
Here.
Kennemore,
Here.
Blake, Lanier,
Here.
Miller, Sane,
Here.
Vickers,
Here.
Wing,
Here.
Wright.
Here.
All right. Next item on our agenda is the approval of the minutes from February 17th. Have a chance to review those in your packet, please. Any corrections that need to be corrected?
So moved, accept.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any questions, please? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Those approved. And before you do you have any notaries here? Any question on the notice?
So moved, read. Second.
Motion been made and seconded on the notice. Any questions on the notice? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? All right. Thank you. All right, now we're going to move this next item down, because Commissioner Miller is going to be just a few minutes behind. So we want to move into officials and reports. Casey, do you have something, please? No.
Good evening. I've got several things. All right. First thing, I don't know what all you guys have in front of you, what's in order with tonight, so I'll start with the budget amendment. We have a budget amendment for decking Fund 131-049-700, which is insurance recovery of $41,466.23. We're moving operation and maintenance account. We come to you guys previously for this same thing, we never got to it because the money wasn't in our insurance recovery yet. So now the money's there, and we're trying to move it over into our operation and maintenance account. So if you got any questions on it, I'd be glad to entertain it. If not, I just need a motion to approve.
One for each or all together?
So what?
You got two, right?
No, I just have one the other budget amendment was in-house. I didn't really want to do it here because it's a line item. Just a board.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion, please? Any discussion from Mr. Swift? All right, seeing none, we need a roll call on this, I believe. Madam Clerk, please, roll call vote.
Bale,
Yes.
Buffer,
Yes.
DeBerry,
Yes.
Gatlin,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Grantham,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Kennemore,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Lanier,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Sane,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Wing,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Thank you. The next thing I have is the work proposal and quarterly report. You guys should have a but it's kind of a short one. If you have any questions on that, feel free to ask, I'm glad to answer any of them. Feel free to start, motion on that for approval as well.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded on the work proposal plan presented by Superintendent Sweet. Any questions for Superintendent? Seeing none, we don't need a roll call on this. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed?
Thank you. The next thing I have is our road list. We have to do this once a year, so, there's a few changes on it. Of course, you know, like same lane, a few little changes, but other than that, it's still the same old road list. If you have any questions on that, same thing, feel free to ask. I'm glad to answer them. If not, I have a motion on that. Approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on the list? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye, please. Aye. All opposed?
Thank you. Okay, I think the last second, well, I've got two more things. One is just discussion. The next thing is, Chester County helped us haul that milling that they come through Hardeman County revolver. Well, we just run it through Hardeman County and his trucks helped haul it, so he got around 2,500 tons, which was at $4 a ton. And we charged it to us, so he owed us back this, but they have a Durapatcher, which is a pothole machine. He's wanting to get rid of it. It's a fairly new machine. They never used it. And they thought it was fairly expensive, but, they've already passed it in Chester County to swap out that Durapatcher for the $10,000, just do an even swap. So instead of they're paying us $10,000, we're gonna get a Durapatcher that's probably 90%. And we are all for it, 100% for it, so. I just need approval from the county commission. Like I said, Chester County's already approved it, my board's already gave recommendations to proceed with it. So I just need the legislative body to approve it. We're gonna swap out the $10,000 that they owe us for the Durapatcher. If there's any questions on it, feel free to ask. If not, I just need approval to be able to proceed to swap them out.
That sounds great, kind of explain what the Durapatch, what it is.
You know, with the pothole machine, it's called pothole machine. This Durapatcher is the actual trailer that we pull that holds the tar and spray the rock out and fixes it. There are things, I know years ago when we bought one, it was like $86,000 for a brand new one, so $10,000 versus $87,000. That's what we're.
Surplus.
Yeah, he was gonna surplus it, sell it on the gov deal, I told him I wanted to have it, because he brought it to us, because they didn't know how to work it, and we fixed it up for him and sent it back to him. He, now he wants to trade for it.
Okay. So moved. Yeah.
Second.
All right, got a second. All right. I'm not sure which one seconds that. All right, any discussion on that, please, for Superintendent? Seeing none. We need a roll call, isn't it?
Since it's money, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Even swap.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I don't think we need it. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
All right, the last thing I've got is, which is just a discussion point, Ebenezer Road, we are getting ready to change Ebenezer Road, which I'll have to notify everybody out there and do a public notice of it. We're gonna change Pine Top intersecting Ebenezer, make it a four-way cross. We've been talking about this for about 6 months in our department.
Yeah.
We've cleared Ebenezer back, we've already got the cost, which Ebenezer State Aid Road, and I talked to the state, and we're gonna strike Ebenezer, so while we're striking it, they're gonna include that in the price. It's gonna be thermoplastic stop signs, rumble strips, stop bars, all 4 lanes, and, it's gonna come out of our state aid account, so it won't come out of our budget. It'll come from the state.
Yeah.
So, just kind of letting you guys know, if anybody asks you, that's been a problem for years and years and years. When I was a little kid, I remember seeing wrecks there, but
Yeah.
we sent letters out to the property owner trying to get access for construction easement to clear that road off, but we can't, we lose the Brentwood International, but he's never responded in the last 5 years, so. The only other thing we can do is make this a four-way stop, so. But like I said, we're gonna make it a public notice and give everybody ample, we'll have signs up to notify, but we close until we open it, actually, there's gonna be solar panel stop signs with flashing lights and stuff, so. We're gonna do everything we can to try to make it.
When's your projected date on that?
Well, as soon as they get the contract with the state, which I expect next week, track marks already where everything is spread. So I'm just waiting on the contracts to come available through the state, and we'll proceed with that. My board's already approved it and said, hey,
That's great.
we think it's a great idea, so.
You take a question,
Yeah,
how much right of way you got there at that intersection where those pine trees are? Y'all got to cut back all the right of way you got?
yeah. We have, I can tell you, I got the road list here. But yes, we cut all them, these are back with that draft, and we're working on everything else.
What do y'all estimate the traffic count on these roads versus other is Pine Top versus Ebenezer?
I haven't did the ADT on,
It's a whole lot.
It's a whole lot on Ebenezer versus Pine Top though.
It's a whole lot more on Ebenezer by a long shot.
No, it is, they go from Corsby to Jackson, that's the cut through road, so that's why we want to do it, because we've had a lot of accidents there already, and near misses. I mean, you can pull up, you got to pretty much roll your window down to listen to see if anything's coming. And then the trash down through there is kind of ridiculous, the guy out there, we're gonna put no trash, no dumping signs and stuff like that up there, so. But we haven't, we never did an ADT on, Pine Top, we did on Ebenezer, I think it was like 1,800 cars a day. But that's
It's
coming.
looking like way short on Pine Top.
Yeah, they're probably around 800, maybe 600, something like that. Your average road's around 500. But that's all I've got. You guys got any other questions? All right, thank you.
Any other questions?
Gotta go for a minute.
All right, this time we're going to, since Commissioner Miller is here, we're going to go ahead and proceed. We have, if y'all have noticed, we have several special guests with us. We have a room full of state champions here.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to ask Coach Mays, Principal Mays, if he could come up and call the players up and introduce them. Casey, will you help me just a minute?
Hey, good evening. Got Dr. Cheers, my right hand, coming up to help out. Just want to say, how proud I am of these young men and young ladies. Overcome a lot during the course of the season. Have a great group of young men in charge of them. Coach Beauregard, Coach Sang, and Coach Selmer. They put a lot of time in on these young men. We have been blessed not only to compete on the basketball court, but also to raise some good young men and instill in them a common goal. And these young men that I remember coming through school have learned a lot and giving it back to these young men. So I would like Chris Beauregard, if y'all come on up, they're the ones who deserve the applause. Very proud of them. They represent you extremely well, not only on the court, but outside the court. They stayed for a couple nights up in Murfreesboro, had the opportunity to get some mentoring in, and they have, like I said, represented you extremely well.
Very proud of y'all. I'm going to read something here to you real quick. Hardeman County proclamation of congratulations by the mayor. Hardeman County wishes to congratulate the Bolivar Middle School on their recent victory to become state champions. This is the first state championship for Bolivar Middle. We're very proud to honor them on their victory. We also wish to honor our head coach, Dick Beauregard, our assistant coach, Reginald Sang, assistant coach, Jay Murphy. Their dedication to the players and school is immeasurable, and we congratulate them. I also read this out at the middle school from the families, the faculty, the staff, the public support, the players. This victory was a standing testament, Joe, listen, a standing testament of dedication, hard work, and sacrifice, and a drive to be the very best. You have achieved that. You did just that. This is a building block
for your future. Hard work, dedication, sacrifice, and the drive to be the very best. We congratulate you, Commissioners.
Well, Jay Murphy, I apologize. Coach Reginald Sane, Coach Nick Beauregard.
It says Bolivar Middle School State Champions. And this was from Bond Oil Company, and this was printed in the paper, so we had it laminated. Darrell laminated these for us, and we appreciate you very much. So we're gonna have all of our, have these held up if you would, and these will be a keepsake to your families. What we'll do is get a picture of it. So, all right, we'll get pictures. Linda, you need this one. Gentlemen, turn this way. Darrell, I think Miss McKinney's got one. Jenny's got one. Hold on just a minute, guys. All right, one more time, folks.
This is the mayor. Coach Beauregard, none of those boys been transferred to any other school. They gotta stay in Bolivar. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
We need to support our youth all that we can. All right, we'll move on, and please skip over item. I don't believe there was any comments for our public forum. There's none that signed up, so we will move on. We did have Superintendent Swift, and of course we have Superintendent Dr. Smith.
Good evening. We are very proud of our Bolivar Middle School state champions, and we're also proud of our middle high school Lady Tigers. Yes, got runner-up in state last week. So, yes, two proud reasons for Hardeman County basketball. It takes a lot of time and effort, especially with adults, volunteers, parents getting kids back and forth. The dedication time that the kids put in sometimes is amazing. So we're really proud of the sports and what they represent and the values that they instill in our players as well. I do have two items of business tonight. The first one to be in the packet is, two budget amendments. These are both special education amendments in 71-200 and 72-220. The first one at the top, we had a, speech pathologist that left in the middle of the year, so we're moving $10,000 down into contracts with private agencies to continue that support. And we also had a teacher that went on leave, and in order to cover that, we used a certified sub, so we had to move that money from the teacher line item to the sub line item. On the bottom, 172-220, that is several different cleanups here with moving line items to make sure we're set up for the end of the year. Supervisor, director, remember that can be more than one person, but we had a couple of moves in our supervisor area in this line item. We had to pay out some days and make some other adjustments with some different departments. So we're increasing that line item by $11,511. The assessment personnel, we brought someone back on a 50-day contract because we had lost a person in that position. We have not rebuilt it yet, so we're using a 50-day contract there. The contracts with private agencies, we needed an increase there for occupational therapists. And the travel, you see there, an increase of $15,091. That's for bus assistants. On a lot of our special ed buses, we require an assistant to ride with us to help with transport and modalities. That's for bus assistants. The decreases are basically moving those things around in order to make the increase balance out. So it's just cleaning up these two categories. Any questions on the amendments?
Are you gonna be able to, search for, or have you already replaced the speech pathologists?
We're still looking for.
Still in the
They're
search.
hard to find. That's a good field to go into if anybody's looking for them.
Yeah.
They are.
But we do have the ability to contract private. We're still able to serve.
Dr. Smith, I do have a question. You mentioned assistance on the buses. I know in other counties, there are assistants on all the buses. Do you think that there will be a time when we will get assistance on all of our buses?
We're working toward that. This is just the special ed
Yes.
area. We have, I believe, 8 on our regular bus routes. We try to identify the routes that are the highest load capacities and things like that, but we are working to make sure if there is a need, we try to cover it.
Move the amendments be approved.
Second.
All right, motion been made and seconded. Any discussion? Discussion for Dr. Smith. All right, saying none, then we need a roll call vote. I believe Madam Clerk, if you would please.
Wright,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Sane, Miller, Lanier,
Yes.
Lake,
Yes.
Kenmore,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Grantham,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Galvin,
Yes.
Z-Berry,
Yes.
Buffer, Bale.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The next item of business we're bringing forward to you is a lighting project. I touched a little on this last month because we had it on the agenda. That week we found out there may have been legislation involved that could have potentially changed that. That legislation did not go through. It remained as is, so we're bringing that back. Nothing has changed with the project. As you know, we've been working on different phases of capital improvement projects for our schools because they are aging buildings. It's been about 12 years since we have upgraded our lighting, and you can tell just from this room when they installed LED lighting, what a difference it made. If you've been in our schools, you know there's a big difference as well. So the board felt like we did a needs assessment. This was one of their top priorities. We've gone through the bid process, we've worked with different companies, we've selected a company, the board has approved this. So I just want to give you an overview of what it is and what you will be approving. What this will do is we'll replace or upgrade approximately 6,600 lighting fixtures and associated lamps and ballast. It is projected expected to generate an annual savings of $62,000 with a payback over 12 years. This has a warranty, and you have this whole packet here, it's on page 4. The warranty, the tubes have a 10-year warranty, fixtures have 5, and screw and plug and play bulbs have 3-year warranties on those. We have selected a company, Excel Energy Group, that is their specialty, that's what they do with lighting projects. They've done a lot of different school districts across the state, we did reference checks, et cetera, and chose to go with Excel Energy Group. What this is it's also a TBA incentivized program with EESI financing. So basically, the loan amount after TBA savings, the loan amount will be $621,969. This has a 1.5% rate over 16 years. We can pay it off early with no penalty, but we have to do the 16-year loan. This does require a down payment of $130,000. So what we are proposing, we will pay the $130,000 down payment out of our capital improvement projects fund, our reserve fund. Then we will assume the EESI loan. The school system will pay for it, but the school system and the school board cannot obligate ourselves to a loan. You are the funding body for the county, and the county will have to approve for us to apply for this EESI loan. I do have Mr. Mark Gregory here tonight with Excel Energy. If you have any questions specific to the project that I can't answer, or I'll try to answer any financing questions.
So, the estimated savings is about $50,000 a year? I think is what you said.
It is $62,803, which is a net cost of $751,000. If you do the math, it's supposed to wash out over 12 years and pay for itself.
So, well, that's the point I was trying to get at. Will the budget reflect where you can take the savings off of utilities and move it to paying off the loan? Or is it paying off the loan gonna be another added expense? Does that make sense?
I think we would just have to watch it as it goes. What concerns me is as our utilities continue to go up, this is still there. Gas, sewer, all of that, especially natural gas right now. But yes, it will go into its own line item, so you'll be able to watch that payment amount go out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that line will fluctuate, of course. There's a margin rate that would fluctuate on utilities.
I guess the concern I have is that we're not just paying an additional 50 grand or 60 grand a year, but that the savings would offset
It's supposed to
actually
come
the
off
cost.
in our utilities.
Gotcha.
And we budget our utilities as closely as possible.
Gotcha.
And they all have their own line items. It has its own category. So you can watch it category by category.
Dr. Smith, is this project for the entire district, so every school will have it, the Hope Street building, the alternative school, will all schools be affected by this?
Great question. That answer is on page 5 in the middle. So Central High School has already been done. So when we did that upgrade, they got all the LED lighting. If you've been in there, you can definitely see the difference. Baller Elementary, where the LED has already been replaced in those certain areas, those will not be replaced. If it's the existing LED, it will remain as is. Where's the other one? That's pretty much it. The STEM Center is in there. And all the other schools, with the exception of Central High School.
Dr. Smith, this is a plug and play bulbs now, it's not the fixtures, right, it's just the bulb.
It's the fixtures in the common areas.
Okay.
So your hallways, your entrances, but not in the classrooms.
Okay.
The classrooms are plug and play. I've learned a lot about lighting.
Fixtures in the common areas. Is Hope Street included in that?
Yes. Actually, Hope Street's already LED.
It is. Yeah, and this is again to just make sure that you can apply. This is giving you permission to apply for that loan. I'm sorry, Commissioner.
So you need a motion for that?
Yes, for them to, for the motion for the school board to be able to apply.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? Any further discussion for Dr. Smith on this motion? Seeing none, we need a roll call vote, Madam Clerk.
Bell,
Yes.
Buffer,
Yes.
DeBear,
Yes.
Galvin,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Grantham,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Kenmore,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Lanier,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Sane,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Wing,
Yes.
Wright.
Thank you. Any other questions for us?
Presuming that money goes through, would that be later on in the year?
We're hoping summer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Schmidt. All right, Sheriff, you have a surplus.
All right, y'all should have a list y'all packet of surplus property. We're asking the surplus so we can get rid of it. There was one late summer. Y'all have, that wasn't in your packet, but it should be on your desk.
So moved.
Second.
You're removing from Sheriff on this. Motion been made, second. Any discussion? Sheriff. All right. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed. And Sheriff, anything in litter grant, I know that.
No, I do not have anything on the grants. We have lost Terry Dawson. He actually got a job at the landfill. We need to pray for him. He was in a bad car wreck the other day and is currently in Jackson in the hospital with a broken leg. And it's going to be a while before he's back on his feet. So right now there's no litter being picked up. Job was posted today. Right now I have nobody that has even turned in an application.
And over the last few years, you know, the sheriff's department does take trustees out to pick up trash all along the county. And I want that to be known. You hear a lot of things, and you read a lot of things. But he does take the trustees out, and they picked up, you know, the year-to-date.
It's over 100,000 pounds, so.
You know, as fast as you get it picked up, we will throw it back out. That's a pet peeve of mine too. Discuss that later too. All right, thank you, Sheriff, appreciate you. All right, Mr. Carter, you come up, please, sir.
Good evening, Commissioner. You have a couple of things in your packet from the office. One is the understanding of development fee requirements in Tennessee, and the other is a justification that we have put together to address that understanding of development requirement. Code Chapter 140 was passed last year. Governor Lee signed it into law. It takes effect July 1st of this year, and so we are preparing for that. As it stands, we really are not going to be out of compliance at all, save for one particular fee that I'll be coming back before you guys probably in a couple of months or so. You passed the resolution back in January of 23 for the new fee schedule. And so we'll be making some amendments to this fee schedule. We'll come back to you to get approval on those changes. The main one is the main fee is the price of a permit for double wide and triple wide mobile homes. We'll be decreasing that and combining double wide and triple wide into the same category, which you'll see that when it comes. It puts us at that $250 limit of anything beyond $250. And I'm not doing a really good job of getting going on this, but what this basically entails is that if we have any fees for development or building or anything like that, we have to be able to justify if those fees are above $250. So that's what the justification form is for. I have shared that with Mr. Condor, and he feels that it's in line with what we need to have available for the public should they want to see it. It's a one-time document. It's not something we have to do every time we charge more than $250. But it gives basis of why we would charge more than $250 for certain things. Most of the fees are standardized and will not need to be dealt with as far as justification goes. Things like our variance fee, or special use fee, anything that goes beyond that 250, will be what is required for justification. The reason that we charge more for those things is the amount of time, work, and legwork that it takes to actually get that information ready to present, not only to the planning commission or board of zoning appeals, but also to you. So there's a lot of work that goes into that, as well as the time that is spent by our regional planner as well, as he helps us get ready for that information to be presented. So those are the reasons that we have that. That's all in that justification form that you have listed there in front of you. This is real quick. I did as best as I could to break it down as easy as I could. The bill is actually, as you can imagine, a little long. So those are really the high points of the bill. If you'd like to actually see the bill in its entirety, just go to your search engine, type in Tennessee Public Chapter 140, and you can read the entire thing. It's there for you if you just have some time on your hands and are bored and want to look at something else. There you go. You do, I think, may have something else in your packet tonight. Well, let me ask if you have any questions on that before I say anything else. I know that's a lot to process, but when we come back with the fee schedule, you know, we can also kind of take a look at it a little more again if you need to. But you'll have some time to process all of this before the end. All right, I'm not sure if the resolution for the rezoning is in your packet this month, but that's not actually going to be dealt with this month. We got the public notice in the paper, so that will be next month when we address that. If you at any point have concerns about anything that has to do with zoning, please feel free to call me. I know, we have commissioners calling other people, but I'm happy to talk to any of you at any point in time. That's what I'm here for. If you've got concerns, I'm your guy. I hope anyway. If not, let's talk so we can figure out why I'm not your guy. Okay? All right?
Yeah, we'll take this up, I believe, next month.
Yes. So we'll come back to you next month. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. All right. Ms. Amber, did you get anything?
Oh, good. The boxes are cleaned out, machines have been zeroed out, they're locked up, sealed up, we're ready to roll for the weekend, so. Everything's good.
All right. We have, Commissioner Hood.
Good evening. The ambulance board met last night, committee met last night, and we have a positive recommendation for the mayor to appoint Mr. Dickin as the director of the ambulance board.
Miller? Yeah, I got a question.
Yes.
My understanding that we had a number of applicants for the position, and were all of them interviewed?
No, Commissioner, nobody was interviewed.
Okay. In the business world, when you put out an application or notice for the position, it only makes sense to interview all the applicants before a decision is made. No. Quite honestly, I think that needs to be done. Especially if we have internal people applying for the position, it only makes sense to talk to people who have been with the county and have been loyal. Not saying that they are the best candidate, but you never know until you talk to them. And I think we owe it to the employees of the county to interview all the people that apply before we make some type of a recommendation.
Russell,
Any other discussion?
I'd like to make a motion to hire Rusty Dick.
Second. There's
without interviewing everybody?
I'm going off what the committee, if they're 100% for it, why should we argue against it? That's what we got in this committee.
Well, because quite honestly,
And
we're
our
not
ambulance
gonna listen
department
to
is
people.
in such a bad shape right now, we need to get it turned around.
Pardon?
The ambulance department, I mean, we're fixing to do a budget limit for $210,000 worth of overtime. Somebody needs to get in here and get this cleaned up.
Oh, I completely agree with that. But at the same time, if you hire people without interviewing everybody that applied, that doesn't even make sense.
Is Mr. Dickens in the county?
Yes.
Was the vote unanimous on the board? I'm kinda like that, why would we do a process of having applications if we're not gonna follow procedure and go do those applications? Interviews, what's the point? I'm kinda like that. I mean, he might be the best member of the job, he probably is, but kind of false narrative to the public. Okay, send in your resume, there's an interview, and we don't. I see what he's saying.
Yeah, but, I mean, is there a policy that we are supposed to interview?
Well, why do we ask for applications? We're
We
not-
reviewed the applications and the resumes. They were not just disregarded, we did review them.
Okay, what it said.
We made our recommendation accordingly.
That sounds better. I mean, instead of saying,
Well, it's just bad business. I've interviewed and hired people for years. You know, until you talk to people, you have no idea. It's just a piece of paper. You know, and again, the people that y'all are recommending may be the best candidate. I have no idea, but neither do y'all unless you sit down and talk to people.
In this situation, it could be right or wrong, but I don't remember, when we got a committee, come with a positive recommendation, I don't remember us going against the committee. That's what they're there for.
Not saying that you
I'm not
have to.
saying they hadn't made the right decision, I'm just saying we ain't went against them.
But we're gonna have to live with the decision.
We're gonna have to live with it, that's right.
And again, they may have the best candidate. I have no idea. I was involved in any of the process. All I do know is that you can't make a good decision unless you have all the information in front of you. And a piece of paper, often is not what you go by when you interview people. I mean, again, I've hired numerous people over the years, and I've had candidates that had a great resume that actually turned out to be somebody that I would not want to hire. Because this position is gonna require, more than just, paramedic experience, it's gotta be management experience. And that's people skills. And you really only know if you have people skills by talking to people. Again,
Not to be dismissive of anything, but the candidate did come with a positive recommendation from the board, right, when we all submitted. Overwhelmingly positive. What's the precedent, has there been a precedent set for how we hired in the past? Do we have a barometer, a unit of measurement, how we've done it in the past?
Good question.
Commissioner Lake, recognize.
Well, listening at, Commissioner Miller and Commissioner Williams, if I'm understanding correctly, and as, the interview process, they have a committee, and also they went through the applications to select the person that was the best candidate. That's what you're saying, right? So, with that being said, they did go through the proper channel in the process of selecting out of that pool.
well, for one, just the advertisement said that they would prefer to have a paramedic. I know that paramedics applied, and that they were not interviewed. Candidate that they're recommending is not a paramedic. So again, I'm not saying that they're not the most qualified for the job, but they are not meeting at least the requirements that they have listed as a preferred requirement.
Well, with the interview process, you don't have to interview every person that
Well, I
submits
understand
an
that.
application.
I understand that.
Because that's the reason they had the committee, and like I said, the pool was drawn from the best person to be selected for, the position.
Yeah, I wasn't on the committee, and I'm not suggesting that they've done anything out of bounds. All I'm saying is that, that we have candidates that have worked for the county for years, that have applied for the position, that have not been interviewed.
As I stated, you do not have to interview every person that submits an application for a position.
Oh, I understand that. Again, that's not the point. The point is that they listed requirements are preferred. So, again, you can do what you want, but if you're trying to get the best candidate, it's best to interview everybody.
Again, it comes with a positive recommendation from the committee. We'll talk in circles all night.
Yeah.
But it comes with a positive recommendation from the committee. And that pretty much is the side of that, so.
Call for question, Mr. Chairman, motion second on the floor.
Call for question's been made.
Bell,
No.
Buffer,
Yes.
DeBerry,
Yes.
Galvin,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Grantham,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Kenmore,
Yes.
Lake,
Yes.
Lanier,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Sane,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Weems,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
All right, let's see, we need to move on to our agenda for the budget amendments. I believe Commissioner Lanier.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Budget Committee met tonight prior to commission meeting to go over the upcoming budget. You received 12 budget amendments in your packet. Budget amendments 7 through 9 were approved by the Budget Committee with no need to go to the full commission. So we will review 1 through 6 for approval. And you can stop me if you have any questions. Most of them are self-explanatory. Number 1, Sheriff's Department, debiting the fund balance $2,100, crediting other equipment $2,100. Your reason justification on the right, this expenditure was on the original budget approved in June, but it was left off when entered into local government, so it had to be entered manually into the budget. But it was approved by this body. Number 2, the landfill, debiting laborers $47,142, crediting part-time personnel $28,000, Social Security $1,736, Medicare $406, clerical personnel $12,500, maintenance and repair equipment $3,000, and uniforms $1,500 for a debit credit balance of $47,142. This is line item transfers, but dealing with salary, so it comes to, or salary line items, so it comes to the full commission. Number 3, local health department, debiting dementia navigator salary $3,350, crediting travel $3,350, and this is a budget revision to dementia navigator position per state contract revision. That's per the state contract. Number 4, drug and treatment programs, debiting drug court fees $12,000, crediting drug and treatment programs $12,000. Per court order, we are required to submit these fees to Hope Restored, and that's dealing with a restricted fund, the reason it comes to the full commission. Number 5, the ambulance department, debiting attendance $159,000, state retirement $45,000, and employee insurance $20,000, crediting overtime $210,000, communication $9,000, and maintenance and repair vehicles $5,000 for a debit credit balance of $224,000 even. And number 6, circuit clerk, deputy clerical personnel, $3,500, credit and part-time personnel, $3,300, and office equipment, $200, for a debit credit balance of $3,500. And again, Madam Clerk, that's amendments 1 through 6, and these were approved by the Budget Committee. Any questions on 1 through 6?
Question
Sir.
on the ambulance for attending, $159,000 for 1 month, this past month, right?
No, I believe Ms. Linda said it was longer than that. Or hopefully this will carry us through the end of this school year.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the end of this.
But I believe she said there was a shortfall already of 36,000. Does that sound right, Commissioner? Before this.
So this is the end of, just.
End of June,
Sir,
this will be end of June,
hopefully.
hopefully.
Any other questions? Mr. Chair, I move budget amendments 1 through 6 be approved as presented.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded.
Any questions on the motion? Any questions on the amendments? Seeing none, we'll move into roll call, please. Madam Clerk.
Wright,
Yes.
Weems,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Sane,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Lanier,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Kenmore,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Grantham,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Gatlin,
Yes.
DeBeers,
Yes.
Buffer,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
All right, we'll move in quickly to,
He said 7 through 12 were approved by the budget committee. We know they do.
they didn't have to come before the full commission. All right, just a couple of quick items. I've been talking about this for months and months about county cleanup, getting the churches involved. I've talked to Pastor Buffer, different ones, different pastors, I've talked to the association, Brother Tommy Warner, just talked to Brother Rusty Kelvin, different pastors, so to try to get them organized. It's some time to start helping do cleanups for the district, within their district. And so I think that's going to progress here later on, when we have better weather. But I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a lot of community involvement in that as well. FEMA and the ice storm, we met today with FEMA. Of course, we're still waiting on the funding from the first go around. We've been through 2 natural disasters, and I said in the last 10 months, and what it took for everybody to come together. Commissioner Miller, thank you for going with me on the ice storm. Thank you. Mr. Jenkins was out clearing roads and working in his district, and everybody was, Commissioner Gillum, and everybody was working together. But it was devastating what this county had gone through. Now we're at the point we're waiting on when FEMA obligates money. All right, that's a process that goes down to the state, it goes into FEMA, of course. And then they have a step process that you have to wait on before your funding is received back through the county. So that's what we're waiting on. Now they're doing assessments right now, according to today, met with them, assessments on the county and the damage and the cleanup and the process. So they're now doing that for this storm. And, but we're still waiting on the other funds, of course. From the utility department as well, they were out a lot of money. And that was taken out of new general fund. So we have requested expedited funds, of course, for Grand Junction, for our county, and for the utility department, because it puts them in a perilous situation. If they've been out $800,000 on one storm, and $1.2 million maybe on the second storm, look what's coming out of their general fund. They have to have something to replenish that. Because what is the alternative? You know, you don't want rates to go up.
and that's something that they have to work on, of course. One of the other issues I was going to bring up tonight, this was presented, Hardeman County Extension Open House, Discover, Learn, and Grow, Tuesday, March 31st, 11 to 1, at the Extension Office, 210 Hill Road. They're going to have free lunch and door prizes. And Ms. Amber, the fair is coming next
Yes, March 24th through the 28th.
March 24th to the 28th.
Yes, sir.
We also, I want to make just a quick reference on this, Southwest programs. We're involved heavily with Southwest Developmental District and as well as the Southwest Human Resource Agency. They have many programs. I sent these to the commissioners, and I think you have those in your packet. Anywhere from the Tech Helps, which is for seniors. If you complete this certain program, you will receive a computer. We've had several around the county that have completed this program. That's provided for from a grant that we partnered with Southwest on this. There's senior services, there's Meals on Wheels, Help at Home program, Foster Grandparent program, Emergency Repair program. Everybody sees the vans go through town, the transportation program, but it helps a lot of people. So I want y'all to be aware of that. But there's many programs, and I want you to go to their website and look up, because we all know somebody that needs help, and that's swhra.org. So please research that. They also have programs for early childhood development. But a lot of people may not know about the summer food program as well. So please be aware of that. Miss Linda McKinney, are you still here? Okay. Miss Linda, would you come up just for a second? You're starting something that we're so glad to be in a way involved in. Been wanting to see this happen for quite a while. And would you tell the commissioners what's happening with our something brand new in our county? I think everybody will be.
It's long overdue, but all the other different counties have been doing it. But we are starting our first Hardeman County Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And we have gotten together and the committee have going to induct 13 individuals on April the 4th. And the Board of Education allowed us to use the Hope Learning Center for our venue on that day. Our committee members are Mike Miller, he's our director, Jay Shaw is our assistant director, I am the secretary, Johnny Davis is the treasurer, and we also have Priya Harris, Coach Smalley, Jerry Wallace, Donnell Purtle. They all consist of our committee, so we try to get someone that know everybody from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, what we're trying to do first. To induct it, and so that's what we was asking donations from different ones and everything. For as tickets, we don't put our women as tickets for the venue, but like I said, we plan on doing it every year. So, your support and everything in the future will be highly accepted from the committee.
Is Bailey Howell, is he on the?
The ones that are going to get inducted are Bailey Howell, Betty Chris, Marvin Williams, Marvin Day, Larry Smalley, Priya Harris, James Shaw, myself, Gail Mills, Howard Mills, the other five I can't do right there. I wasn't expecting to come up and say it.
Monday, you want the list?
Okay, you have.
You have the list there, I've got the list.
This is the first class, right?
Yes, very first class.
Okay.
This is something. Yeah, so we've been able to see this for quite a
So
while.
I have a question. How many, for each class, how many inductees will be, per class?
We're not inducted by class.
Well, I'm saying this is the first class of inductees.
Right, we're gonna do 13 this year.
And going forward, when we do
Well, we said the first 2 or 3 years, we would, as a committee, was selected, and it would be somewhere in that, and then after that, we'll open up to the public to nominate.
So there's no set amount
Right.
inductees per
Yeah.
year?
Yeah. If you really just think back, it's a lot of people that should be recognized way back, that were never recognized and stuff, so, this is an opportunity for us to go back, especially like, and Joy Reed. So let me just read the list since I got it. Betty Chris, Marvin Day, Freya Harris, Bailey Howard, Roger Skip Jones, Freddie Pastor II, myself, Gail Howard Williams, Donnell Herb, Joel Reed, James Shaw, Larry Small, and Mark Williams. Yes, so, those are the ones that would be inducted, for that.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, any public comments on that sign? Public comments? Is there, did you have an update for us, Dave? Yeah, get off.
Everything on the letter, I think y'all got a copy of this. Everything's pretty much the same as it was. All these cases are being defended by the trust and the attorneys they hire. And then on the Tiller property, we did get the chancellor to sign order giving them until May the 4th to clean up the property out there. And that's it.
All right, next commission meeting is April the 21st. All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
Don't move. Second.